What's up, y'all? Lindsay here. Back to the weekly reads because my life is somewhat getting back to normal as I guess it could be. But anyways, I'm already grabbing the book to read, but I haven't even told y'all. So we got Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. Vulture Spirit. I don't even know how to use this thing. Look, I got this microphone because a lot of my audio was getting really messed up and it would be cutting in and out, and I would have no idea why it would do that. So now I'm getting a microphone. Anyways, but let's read about Vulture because I think that it was pretty good advice for right now. So it says, what seems hideous has its own beauty, and the recycling and repurposing the vulture does is as important as any other activity in nature that supports the cycle of life. Vulture Spirit's message is that nothing is to be wasted, for nature sees value in everything that exists. What seems rotten and ugly has the potential to be transmuted into something beneficial, and you're reminded that any suffering you have experienced has not gone to waste. Wisdom and understanding that arose from the experience are talismans that will serve you on your journey wherever you go. What is decaying is only changing form and will fertilize seeds you wish to plant, turning that which has passed away into the substance that will support new growth. All that you might wish to deny or discard has value and can be repurposed and reintegrated into the new you that you are becoming and the new life that you are dreaming into being. No pain was in vain and no experience was wasted, for you have the power to use it to co-create something far better. This is the miracle in your partnership with Spirit. So, just so much I could say, honestly, on that, especially towards the end, collecting. Like, I used to think that my art degree was like a waste, but then I was like, oh no, wait, because I can design my logo, or I can do this or that, or, work on like nicer packaging, which can like help you sell stuff. So, a master's degree in fine arts is super useful. It actually is really useful, but for a long time, especially having my food service business, I was not enjoying like the student loans. Like, I didn't feel like it was like worth, like what I was having to pay, or based on the degree. But anyways, I can see now how everything I did all led up, and even like total bombs or like mishaps, like jewelry that I made when I was doing traveling, doing arts festivals, and I made 333 on the timer. I've seen that number like 1,000 times today. Anyways, jewelry, like I had sculpted like birds and like stuff like that, like to make jewelry, and I just throw it out now, like not throw it out, but set it out in my display when I'm like have like Pop Tarts or like whatever. I have art, I have terrariums, plants, I have all kinds of things because I sell all kinds of things, and so I'm just kind of like, hey, look, I took the time to learn this or do this, So, things I made a long time ago, like I'm getting my website back up finally after years, and I'm really going to I'm going to say make a actual professional go at it. Like, I never tried before. I didn't have time. I saw too many roadblocks. It's easier to like streamline things now and create content and like do things. It's a lot easier now. So it's easier for me to get in on it. So anyways, I don't remember why I was saying that, but sometimes timing like, I'm getting ready to start my podcast finally, and I've wanted to do a podcast for like 10 years, but I had no idea what the hell podcast I would make. I'm like, why do I want to do a podcast if A, I have a fear of public speaking, B, I don't like people looking at me, and C, what was the last one? I don't know. I just don't, oh, I didn't know what I was going to say. So it just was kind of like very weird. Like, why would I, out of all people? But here I am finally getting ready to do it, and I got mics. I even had old podcasting equipment stolen from me. So, but that's okay, because now I got this stuff that's a lot easier to use. So anyways, joke's on you. Just kidding. Um, moving on to our next card, we got muscles. Strength, force, fitness, exercise, discipline, shield, throwing weight around. I think that when we get to a point to where we're looking, like I guess if I'm thinking about how this can go with this Vulture card, sometimes we get to the point where we need discipline. Like this past couple weeks, I had to take discipline and really just keep asking myself every day, like, how do I want to live my life? What do I want to do? Like, what activities do I want to do? And I really had to think about that because I was at a crossroads with what I wanted to do in order to make money, while also needing to launch and like do my coaching and my intuitive counseling, and like with my tarot deck and stuff, and like finishing that, and all like things that are important to me, like how am I going to do them, like so anyways, like that took strength, that took force, that took discipline, that took exercises, like I've been meditating every day. Like I've pretty much have like a streak for like a month and a half. I've maybe only missed a day here or there, but that's a really good streak for me. Today I meditated for 40 minutes. I went 20 minutes over like when my timer went off. And no, I'm not 100% in the zone like the whole time. But the point is to practice getting your mind there and returning to the breath and then breathing and like realizing that you have ultimate control of your body and your environment. So with this muscle card, I lost my train of thought thinking about the shield. Maybe you're having to protect your energy right now, like with the shield. We all know emotional vampires are just, people that maybe don't wish us well. And so I'm like kind of getting that we need to shield a little bit, but I usually turn off stuff that anytime somebody thinks something negative, I'm like, whatever, off. I probably need to know it. I'm just kidding. I just assume not. I'm like, why would anybody? I don't do nothing for anybody to even. So I just usually discard that. But the shield, energetically, though, I will say that protecting yourself, saying energy stays where it comes from. Especially right now. The political climate, all kinds of stuff, racial climate, economic climate, everything is like bubbling up. So, that's what I'm never going to speak about politics other than they're crooks, but I will speak about staying in your breath, and so we can control ourselves, our body, what's happening for us on the inside, and then we can manifest peace on the outside, because the outside reflects the inside. And I know people don't like hearing that, but the outside, when things are totally crazy, it's because there's a lot of craziness going on inside of people, and And so that's what, to me, I'm like, oh, it's time for me to go to the breath. And I just saw 10:01 on the clock, like, time to start, start fresh. Choose divinity, like however that looks to you, like meditate on that word and then choose that. Okay, so I pulled some advice cards from two different decks. So we got this wish granted. What does this say? The outcome may not be exactly what you wanted, but it's what you need. Okay, highest good. It's what you need. I will say this, and I'll say it again. I try near every day to say in the morning, and like for my like morning prayer meditation, to, especially if I'm going to be talking, like conversing with people, say, only that which is of the highest good. Only outcomes that are of the highest good. If I'm giving readings, only that which is of the highest good. Messages, only that which is of the highest good. That's why I said, like, the other messages, like with the shields and stuff like that. Like, I don't like talk about stuff like that, but we do, like, we're in an energetic field, so like we have to be aware of energy. So beautiful card, wish granted. Although it might not look like how you think that it's going to look. So for the other cards, we got pause and we got expand. So pause. You're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back, look at all the possible outcomes, and make sure you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. And then we got expand. Why do I feel like... Didn't we got something similar to this last time? It was like pause and then move forward. So, some of you, and I say this because, like I already said about myself, are really considering like what brings you like joy and what do you want to do. So after you've paused, then take time to expand. You're being asked to expand. You live in a huge world with endless possibilities, and staying safe in the known is no longer working for you. It's time to make your world just a little bit bigger. It's time to imagine the possibilities and go for them. So, beautiful. What tie-in messages? I feel like it's like already wrapped up. Like I'm like sitting here like, what do I need? I'm like, wait. Nothing is wasted. Your wish granted. Pause, expand. Keep the strength and the force while you pause, and then use it to expand. So wonderful message. I'm trying to keep these short for y'all. I love you guys. I miss doing these. I miss connecting with you guys. So I'm gonna be getting back to that. In ways that feel aligned. Like I wrestle with myself sometimes and like just wanting to put content that you guys like, but then I realize it may be like two people or just whoever interacted like that day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do my best to just bring content that comes from me and really focus it on, again, like how I've been seeking and finding my highest joy and living a life that is meaningful and that is structured in a way that I want, and not a laundry list of a bunch of stuff that I have to do even though I don't want to do it, even though there is that list. But anyways, all right, love you all, take care. All right,